Good day, classmates. My name is Debrelio Dialogo and I'm going to report about highway safety design, specifically the road signs. And all of the standard safety design that I will be discussing is based on the DPWH Blue Book. So for the safety design of road signs, we have 4 subtopics for that, which are the design standard, consists of shape, size, color, and letter size. Second, we have uniformity of location. Third, we have overhead signs. And lastly, we have reflectorization and illumination. The first 2 subtopics, which are the design standard and uniformity of locations, are my report. And then the last 2 topics will be continued by the next reporter for this day. So we will now discuss the first subtopic, which is the design standard. Uniformity in the design of signs facilitates identification by the road user. Standardization of shape, color, dimensions, legends, and illumination or reflectorization is important so that various classes of signs can be easily recognized. So the following general design principles have involved. For the first principle, the driver should not be unduly distracted from his task of driving by reading a traffic sign. No, imbis nagbutang tag road sign for the safety road users, madistract na noon sila tungod nagkalisod og basa sa road sign or traffic sign. That is why road signs must be designed for safety. Dapat dali ra mabasa ang signs and dali ra siya ma-recognize sa mga road users. For the second principle naman, a traffic sign should be perceived and understood by the driver traveling at the 85% percentile speed of the traffic on the road in sufficient time for him to safely take any action necessary. So dapat daw makita and masabtan sa road user ang sign given a certain speed para makareact pod ang mga driver or makapreno pa sila. So that are the 2 principles na gina-consider for designing a road or traffic sign. Proceeding to the next slide, we have the design standard for shape. First is the octagon. It is reserved exclusively for the stop sign. Meaning, tanan octagon shape nga road sign is dapat stop sign lang jud siya. And here is the example of a stop sign. As we can see, na jud siya 8 equal sides. Now, we have the equilateral triangle with 1 point vertically downward. It is reserved for the giveaway sign. So, here is the example of the giveaway sign. As you can see, mura siyag arrowhead which is pointing downwards. So, mo na ginapasabot sa with 1 point vertically downward. Reserve lang pud siya for giveaway sign. For the third one, we have the circle symbol. It is mainly used for regulatory signs. And here are the examples of regulatory signs. As we can see, most of the shapes are circles. Duha ra ang nalahi, which are the stop sign and giveaway sign, being octagon and triangular respectively. Next, still we have a circle symbol. Circle symbol may sometimes be mounted or inserted on a rectangular base either for easy recognition or for additional information. So these are the examples. As you can see, rectangle na ang mga signs but gi-insertan pa jud siya og another shape na which is circle. Next, we have the equilateral triangle. Same siya ganina atong shape na reserved for giveaway sign. Equilateral triangle pud siya but this time gi-flip lang siya vertically. Ang 1 point is vertically upward na. Meaning mura siya arrowhead pointing upward and it used for warning signs. These are the examples of warning sign. As we observe, most of it are equilateral triangles which are pointing upward. Next, we have the rectangle. usually with long axis horizontal, is used for directional signs, service signs, roadwork signs, sign for special purposes, and supplementary plates for warning signs. And when we say long axis horizontal, meaning mas dako jud iyang horizontal dimension. For example, if this is the base and this will be the height, then the base must be greater in value than the height. And here are the example of the uses of that shape. We have advanced direction signs, expressway service signs, and lastly, the roadwork sign. Makita man na itong roadwork signs kasagaran no, labi na karon kay daghan og road constructions. Next, we have a rectangle again, but this time it has a long axis vertical. Ganin na kay long axis horizontal man to. Karon long axis vertical na pod. And it is used for facility information signs, instruction signs, guide signs, and destination of point of interest. For example, if mo ni ang base, then mo sa ni ang height, then the height must be greater than the base. These are the examples of that shape. We have different kinds of facility information signs like police station, railway station, repair station, hospital, eating place, and resting place, etc. You can see that all of it are rectangular in shape and having a larger vertical dimension. Lastly, for the shape, we have the pentagon with point up and is used only for pedestrians and school crossing sign. Here is the example. It has its point in the upper part, mura siya envelope nga open. And that is all for the shape. Now we will proceed to the size. For the size, minimum dimensions will be depend upon applications. So, mag-vary man jud ang minimum dimensions required. Depende sa gamitan or asa ibutang ang traffic sign. Labi na kay lahi pod ang shape sa traffic sign. Natay octagon, pentagon, circle, equilateral triangle, ug rectangle. Larger size are required for wider roadways and on high-speed facilities. Pero ang most commonly used manggod na mga traffic sign is naka-specified na ang mga dimensions. Provided na sa DPWH Blue Book ang mga dimensions sa mga traffic sign. So, kung magbuhat man og traffic sign, mag-refer na lang dito sa DPWH Blue Book. We have also the design standard for color. So, the standard colors for sign are as follows. Red is used as a background for stop signs, as border color on giveaway signs, warning signs, and prohibitive signs in the regulatory type. Black, it is used as a legend color for roadwork signs having white, yellow, or orange, fluorescent yellow-green background, and as a chevron for hazard markers. Next, yellow, it is used as a background color for roadwork signs. White is the background color for the most signs and legends for some colored background. Fluorescent yellow-green, it is used as a background color for signs related to pedestrian movement, school zones, and roadwork hazard markers to give additional emphasis and guidance to vehicle operators. Next, fluorescent orange is used as background color for roadwork signs whose legends relate to personal working. Green is used as background color for direction signs. Blue is used as background color for service signs. Brown is reserved as background color for all tourist facilities, directional and information signs. And that's all for the standard color. Lastly, for the design standard, we have letter size. Recommended sign, letter sign, and letter sizes for most commonly used standard signs for use in various conditions are given in the DPWH Highway Safety Design Standard textbook. And as I have said earlier, di ba nakaspecified na ang mga dimensions sa mga most commonly used na mga road signs, and naatay mga examples na obtained from the DPWH Blue Book. Mura siyag naka-AutoCAD, kung maklaro ninyo. Ang mga dimensions are labeled as A, B, C, D, E, and F, meaning pwede pa mausap ang dimensions. It is provided in the labeled na if ang value sa A, which is the total width and height sa octagon, is 300 mm, then B must be 10 mm, C must be 105 mm, and so on. And if ang value sa A is 450 mm, then must be 10 mm gihapon. C must be 150 mm na, and so on. So mura pud siya naka-scale, kay kung mudako man ang value sa A nga dimension, mudako man sad ang value sa uban dimensions. So second example is the giveaway sign. So same gihapon siya sa stop sign, pwede pa mag-vary ang iyang mga dimensions. For the third example, specified na jud siya nga mao na ang iyahang mga dimensions. Dili na pwede mausab kay naa na may specific nga mga value ang mga dimensions. Unlike atong ganina sa stop sign o giveaway sign nga pwede pa mag-vary. An example of keep right, an example of no entry, and last example, the do not block intersection. However, in design of special signs, particularly used for major highways and expressways, and those used in special conditions, refer to Section 7 of Appendix A, Guidelines for Design of Made-to-Measure Guide Signs in the DPWH Highway Safety Design Standard Textbook. Naman yung mga special cases na need yun maghimo or mag-customize og traffic sign, di ba? So, if ing ana, mag-refer jud sa DPWH Blue Book. Daghan man gud og mga factors na kailangan i-consider kung magbuhat og road traffic or og road traffic sign. Napoy gi-provide nga formula didto kung unsa ang pagkuha sa height, sa letter, sa width, sa border, and other specific dimensions. Then, ang mga values kay mag-vary pud sa speed limit, width sa pavement, distance sa driver from the edge of the road sign, o uban pa. And that is all for the design standard. Next, we will discuss about the uniformity of locations. Signs are normally located on the right side road jud, di ba? Pero napoy special circumstances nga ang signs may be duplicated on the left side or mounted over the road. So if the sign is located at an exposed position, consideration may need to be given to the use of a frangible or breakaway type of construction or other means of safety protection for the road user at design supports. And we have two subtopics under uniformity of location, which are the longitudinal placement and the lateral placement and heights. So for the longitudinal placement of certain signs is fixed by the nature of their message or their characteristics used. Special care is required in the setting of such signs to ensure that they are prominently displayed to approaching drivers. Signs that give advance warning or information should be located sufficiently in advance to enable the driver to react appropriately. Generally, there should not be more than one sign of a particular type on each post, except where one sign supplements another, or where route or directional signs must be grouped. So where it becomes necessary to convey two or more different messages at one location, separate signs located at a minimum of 0.6 v-meter apart, where v is the 85th percentile speed in km/h, should be used. For guide signs on expressways and other high-speed roads, considerable greater distance may be required. Such signs should nor obscure or detract from one another. Next will be the lateral placement and heights. The following subsections are the general rules for the lateral location of roadside signs and for the mounting heights on roadside. The lateral placement is measured from the edge of the sign nearest the road and the height from the underside of the lowest sign. The rules apply to permanent signs and include signs for roadwork and special purposes where these are mounted on posts set into the ground. Any variation in these rules for a particular sign is given in the rule relating to that sign. There are, however, the exceptions where conditions do not permit these rules to be applied. In these cases, the placement or height is adjusted to meet these special conditions. Example is the height of a sign may be increased or decreased to avoid obstructing sight distance at a intersection. Here we have the specification for lateral placement. In rural areas, on uncurbed roads in the rural areas, the sign should be at least 600 mm clear of the outer edge of the road shoulder, the line of the guidepost or face of guardrail. The distance should not be less than 2 meter nor more than 5 meter from the edge of the traveled way, except for large guide signs on expressways, where great clearances may be required. In urban areas naman, on curb roads, signs should be located back from the face of the curb, not less than 300 mm nor more than 1 meter. Where mountable or semi-mountable curbs are used, example, on traffic island, the minimum clearance should be 500 mm. On uncurbed roads or on certain arterial roads designed for high speed traffic movement, the distance given in rural areas shall be used. And for the specification of heights, in rural areas, road signs should be mounted clear of roadside vegetation and clearly visible under headlight illumination by night. The height of the sign should normally be between 1 meter and 1.5 meter above the nearest edge of traveled way. For fingerboards and intersection direction signs, the height should be increased to 2 meter. And in urban areas naman, on curb roads, the sign should be set at a minimum of 2 meter above the top of the curb to prevent obstruction to pedestrians, where neither pedestrian nor parked vehicles have to be considered. Example, on a traffic island or median, the height given for rural areas shall be used. Signs that overhang a footway should have height of 2.5 meter with a minimum height of 2 meter above the level of the footway. So that all will be my report. Thank you for listening.